Does the word affect you, and does the tempo affect you? And this is what we sometimes people don't understand, that there is an effect on your psyche. There's an effect on how you react. There's an effect on your emotion.
No fighting.
We're talking about subliminal messages today. It can be positive, it can be negative. Holistic Thursdays is what it is. How are you feeding yourself? What are you exposing yourself to? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? One thing I must tell you is that people are using sex to sell. They're using certain languages in advertisement to appeal to certain people. And listen, nothing is wrong with that, you know. But there's sometimes negative messages that are being sent out and being communicated subliminally. One of the things we want to talk about right now is music, and how, you know, how that is impacted, and how it affects our subconscious. So we have a clip that we want you guys to take a listen to, and for those people who are on the app, to watch. If you're not on the app, please jump on so that you can see what we're talking about or who's talking.
Hey, do you listen to music? Did you know that music has an effect on your brain and your body? A comment under one of my videos stated that they think radio is poisonous to the mind. And that shit's true. Let me explain. That's because music gives off a frequency that affects you. You ever was in a good mood or just a neutral state? Then you put on a sad song and now you sad? There's a reason for that. All music gives off a certain hertz. Screenshot this because it's too confusing for me right now. Since music gives off hertz, so the hertz could be good or bad. A good hertz is 432. The bad is 440. All the music on the radio is 440. And not only that, the lyrics are low vibrational. Killing, sex, drugs, depression, anxiety, sadness, more. And you ain't taking that every day. And it affects you. So you either gonna miss it or peep game. 440 causes anxiousness, nervousness, and aggressiveness. Because it's not a natural frequency for us. Not even the planet. 432 heightens perception, increases mental clarity, and unlocks intuition, and is proven to be healing. Reduces anxiety, heart rate, and blood pressure. Because it vibrates on the frequency of the universe. Hey, look, you grown, you gonna do what you want to do. And I love music, even the negative shit. But knowledge is power, so now I know. I can consciously block shit out to protect my subconscious. The subconscious don't know the difference in information. But if I know, I can protect myself. Because if you don't know, then you're being under attack.
The information that is there is it's clinical information. It's information that can be tested and has been tested and is proven, and also is,
I don't know if I buy any of that.
well, it's not fact. It's not something that is questionable. It is fact. But how many people do know about it?
I still don't buy it.
Well, it is fact though.
But according to who?
This is something that is documented. It is fact based on clinical studies.
Which studies? Like I say, everything on the internet is not real. I could put some wavy graph too. and
So let
some
me ask you.
foolishness to push my narrative.
All right. So first of all, it is equivocally fact. That's not in question, but I understand you
The
don't.
hertz and the
You
effect
don't.
on the brain.
Yes, and guess what though? I'm sure you will listen to certain songs, and it gives you a certain vibe.
Correct.
You're trying to go
I'm not
out.
talking about the music, and I'm talking about the radio wave, the 440 hertz. Is gonna.
But that's the
has
same
two
thing.
argument. No. Listen to him again. He has two arguments.
difference
One,
between
The vibrational frequency is what is called the hertz.
right,
Right?
right. I
So
understand.
it's the same thing. He
I
just
think
uses different words to describe it.
What I got from it is two different conversations in there.
Frequencies.
Is that the type of music puts you in a mood,
The words,
right?
the words,
And the frequency.
and the frequency, right?
In the type of music, you listen to a sad song, you feel sad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not disputing that part.
So you don't think the frequency affects you?
But the hertz, he said, radio itself can be harmful to you. The 440 hertz, radio itself, as in radio frequency, is harmful. That's the part that I am disputing. Not the fact of the music that the a certain BPM maybe put you in a different frame of mind, or I'm not disputing that part. What I am disputing is
hertz.
the radio. Listen, the radio. He says it specifically. Radio
Because
can be harmful to
he's
you.
saying that in radio the hertz is at 440. Most
Right.
of the music and at
Right.
440
So
hertz.
it's not so the frequency that a song is coming over, though my words are coming over, is harmful to you. Not necessarily the content or the BPM or the pace or whatever. The subliminal message. Nothing about the music itself, right? It's the
hertz.
mechanism is harmful. That's the part I'm disputing.
Yeah, but guess what? Hertz is actually what the radio frequency is measured by. So that's the name of what it is measured. So it's the measurement. So So it's the same thing. It's the same thing as the tempo.
I get
it's
it.
the
I
same
get it.
thing
Hertz,
as the
not
BPO.
the current, it hertz, megahertz, hertz as a measurement unit. I fully understand that.
So I'm
That's
not understanding. So what he's saying is that the radio hertz, which is a measurement that most radios operate off, which is that frequency, which is the same thing as the BPM.
No, it's not. BPM is not hertz.
Beats per minute. Yes, it is.
No. Beats per minute is that's the beats per minute of the song.
The tempo.
It's the number of cycles per second when a radio wave is transmitted.
Beats per minute is not the same as hertz.
I'm looking at it those days.
Sherry, beats per minute is not the same as hertz.
1 hertz equal 1 cycle per second. Radio waves range from thousands to millions to billions of cycles per second.
BPM is not the same. BPM cannot be the same as a radio
You know what?
frequency.
I don't want us to have the conversation about that. I want us to stick to the meat of the matter, which is, does the word affect you and does the tempo affect you? And this is what sometimes people don't understand, that there is an effect on your psyche. There's an effect on how you react. There's an effect on your emotion. And that is really what he's trying to say. Us using the hertz, the this, the that, the whatever, is different words describing different things. And people can interpret it however. However, the meat of the matter is, it does affect us, and a lot of us don't realize.
Right.
And that is something that me, for instance, remember I always say, even news. I literally cut off news. The only way I get news is when I go and search for it. I don't allow it to just seep into my life at any time during the day that can just hit me over and get me depressed, because news does get me depressed.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
If we're gonna take out the mechanism of radio, because it's not if
It's
there's
not
a
just
sad song,
radio. So we're majoring on the minor. So let's forget. It can be radio. It can be your computer.
That's what
It
I
could
want.
be-
That's what I
it
want to
could be
get to.
conversation. That's
song-
what
the
our
music-
conversation is about.
the music, the song, the video, whatever.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just is
definitely.
using radio, but it can be anything. It could be somebody who are sing next to you and them always are sing something negative or talk something negative in your ears. It does affect your psyche. And that is why I think, you have to be so aware that this can happen so you can block people. Like people who call you sometime and them always call you with negative.
Yep.
And you have to cut them off like, ooh. So this is really, I would love to ask our listeners, if they think that these things do affect them,
Well, they're saying in the chat room,
Absolutely.
they're saying that the frequency does affects people's mood, and the frequency is low at a time bomb. So they're saying that they agree with what the gentleman is saying.
I think you guys are misconstruing what I'm trying to say. I am not disputing that the music and faster music versus the slower music, higher frequency music, more that, are different moods affects you. Of course, I am not disputing that. I was disputing the comment about radio, as in radio waves, radio itself, the frequency of the radio itself, the mechanism of radio being harmless. That's what I'm disputing. Not the subliminal message, not the frequency of the music. Absolutely. I think we are coming full circle now, because remember in the 80s, there was always a push to say, what, you can't blame things on the music, you can't blame it on the rap music, on the hip hop and whatever. And now here we are saying, nah, man, we have to take some accountability for the music itself, that there is an effect of how music affects people. I think now we're starting to kind of change the way that we're thinking about it and say, you know what? Yeah, music. Wait, listen. When you're ready for love it, no, you put on love music. Don't you call Super Fresh to play something?
Some people.
So
To
I
get
mean,
in
it puts you in a mood. It puts you in a
romantic
vibe.
mood. It puts you in a romantic mood when you're with your partner and
Right.
you're listening to romantic
Yeah,
music.
you're about to play a game and I amp up in the locker room. What you do? You not listen to Super Fridge, Fridge no live there, so.
No, you're listening to, when I'm in the gym, I'm listening to up-tempo, hype
Right.
music to get
Yeah,
me
yeah.
hyped, to get through
Because it
my
does-
workout.
Right. So I mean,
I'm not
think
going to listen to no slow music and try to
Right.
do workout because it's going to put me in it's going to put me in a mood that I don't really want to be here working out.
So
I want to
think
be
it's just
somewhere relaxed.
natural. I think it's natural, and I think we've tried to fight it because you don't want to own up to it.
But what that he's saying is that they're deliberately putting the music in these particular in the hertz so it can drive people to be
Insert-
negative and
in-
but not drive people to be negative, but put I guess I don't know the word I'm
It's
trying
to
to
put you in a certain
A mind frame. Yes,
frame
yes,
of mind.
yes,
and
yes.
and I think that for instance, look at different radios. We're talking about radio stations now. You have different radio stations who have different agendas. If you listen to a Cool FM in Jamaica, you're always gonna have that calm and
back.
soothing, laid back, South Miami kind of vibe, Jamaica kind of vibe, you're always that cool person. But if you're listening to Irie FM, you're getting more the reggae,
jump
more of
up,
an
the
upbeat party mode. You know what I'm saying? They're coming with the latest thing, whatever. They're gonna mix it in with some culture, whatever. So all of this, to me, there is a reason because they're trying to direct who they're targeting as their listeners. The same thing with Soundchat Radio, I'm going to say, versus some other media houses. People will come to Soundchat Radio because they know that Soundchat Radio is cutting edge. They know that we're going to go to the difficult conversations. We're going to go to the conversations because some people don't do that. They know that we're going to come with the edgy music. They know that we're going to always be tipping it right to the edge of the cliff, and expecting, are they going to push it over the edge? You know what I'm saying? So there are different people who appeal to different things, and the music is set up, the content is set up. The words is something that he talked about, which is very important too. Certain words are going to invoke certain emotions in you. It's going to calm you. It's going to make you exciting. It's going to make you sad. It's going to make you happy. It's going to make you feel lovey-dovey, And these are things that we consume, and sometimes we don't realize that we're consuming it. And the reason why we might be angry is because we're always listening to a certain type of music, So I can, it's not a foolproof thing, but I can literally talk to somebody, have conversations with them, and know what kind of music they consume. You know what I'm saying? The temperament,
Not all the time.
no,
No.
I am saying,
okay, I know,
for
I know.
me,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it, as I said, it's not foolproof.
I get you.
But you can kind of get somebody as to what they're consuming because of how their aura and how they deal with things and how they react to things and whatever. In my opinion, that in my opinion and my experience. And of course, I say to people, expose yourself to what you want. If you want to be edgy, we know that the young kids, I've seen interviews with when they go to these guys in Jamaica, the chopper, the gunman, the Ray, they're doing this documentary, and they play certain music and they smoke them weed and them Molly or them whatever, and they tell you, and I smoke, you smoke Molly?
You pop Molly.
You pop Molly. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, smoke Molly, no?
Me don't know. And them pop them Molly. Them pop
Yeah,
them
you pop
Molly.
Molly.
And them say, this is for just get them to that point of them
them
all
a vibe.
revved up and then them just go and they're like, nothing can stop them. Them ready for commit suicide, just to do whatever they want to do. And that is something that is kind of crazy. And they're listening to certain music. Some of the music I would talk about, you know, oh, it's young people, they use it to motivate them.
But you know what? And listen, man, I just think, as we're getting older,
You've
and-
gone back to the old thing. This is from documentaries that were released this year. This is what the youth them said.
No, I understand. I'm not.
Okay.
Oh, me think you're gone back. That's stuff for say. Oh, you older people don't understand.
I'm old too. Like I'm not putting myself like I'm some young spring chicken out here.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
an old lady. I'm
But
an old.
I just think we use that too much. I think we use it too much. I really don't think that is really a factor. People just do what they want to do.
I disagree.
You think so because them young, them do,
I
they're
think
doing
that-
whatever,
I think there are things that are generational.
yes,
No, I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about the excuse specifically to what we're talking about now, which we keep saying old people don't understand that the young people are doing this. It
don't.
still don't make it right.
Sherry,
It's not because I'm old why I'm saying it's wrong. It's wrong.
This is from the beginning of time.
Exactly.
What becomes normalized for younger generations is not. It's a change in
in the guard, I guess.
It is whether we want to admit to it or not.
Does it make it right?
However,
Does it make it right?
No.
What you're talking about, a moral thread,
Yes.
it has nothing to do with age. I agree with that, 100%. Is murder gonna just because you're young and you kill somebody? It's not wrong. Whether you're young, you're old, or
But
whatever.
that's why I'm saying we keep using age, but it's not age. Because you still have old people out there I
Understand.
kill and I take the
Understand,
molly
but-
and I do the same
but-
thing.
but
So it's
Sherry-
not an age thing.
Okay, so smoke weed. We did our smoke weed, and now we did.
Them
it is legal.
big people are pop molly too.
I think we are. I think
Yes,
we are
of course they are.
misconstruing
Exactly.
things that are popular versus a moral breakdown. I think we are mixing the two things because just because now twerk and shake your behind is happening, don't make it wrong. It just.
But
make
that's
it,
not what I'm talking about though.
What
I'm
what are you
talking
talking about?
specific to us having this conversation about the things that some young people are doing, and people keep using it as an excuse to say it is our age.
But you can't
I
say
don't
young.
think it's our
If you are
age.
gonna come with that, you can't use the word young. You have to say some people. Because you can't differentiate.
I'm not the one who
No, I
say
said it.
young
I said
people.
it.
No, she just said young people. Some young
Because
people.
I'm saying I'm referring to what Fire just said.
Sherry, either way you want to put it down, in my opinion, is young versus old.
I don't
It's
think
what
it's young
older
versus
people-
old though. I think it's criminal versus
But
people.
again, you are now talking about a moral thing versus things that young people are doing. So you talk about young people.
Call it, please hold.
Go out and pop Molly, whatever. Guess what? Show me the demographic of people our age who are go out and a pop Molly.
But here's my thing though. My whole point, Stacey, what I'm trying to say is that it's not every young people doing that. But we keep saying it's young versus old. You still have young people doing certain things that other young people not doing.
True.
So it's not age is not the difference. It's just what you choose, because you still have old people who are doing the molly and still are murder people and do whatever. So it's not an age thing. It's just who decide for do what. It's
Okay.
not age.
You're right, Sherry. You
It's
can
just
disguise
choice.
it however you want.
It's
and
not a
rationalize it
disguise.
however
So
you
you're
want.
telling me that all of the young people in Jamaica
Ooh, I
are
never said
doing.
that. I never said
That's
nothing
what I'm
about
saying.
all of the young people
So
there.
what I'm saying is that we're using age as a differentiation, but I don't think age is a differentiation in this. I think it's who choose to go down this path, and it doesn't matter what age they are.
And which path are you talking about? Criminal activities?
Criminal activity, you have old criminal, you have young criminal, you
Right.
have old Mali, smoker, the papa, whatever, you have young. I'm just saying there's a subsect in every age group
Okay.
that is going to subscribe to moral or immoral
Okay.
act. So it's not an age thing. It's all across the board.
Okay,
It's
and
just
then
a
you
choice
turn
that
around
you
and say
make.
The song them with them make no and young people go out and them do the
I don't say
You
that.
just said it. You want to rewind the
I
tape?
just refer to
But I
what
just
Fire
dated myself, the
said.
tea.
I just referred to what Fire said. I wasn't the one who made the statement.
Again, you can't say it however you want to say it. I believe that is you or Lady Sherry. I look upon go out a road now.
Listen.
Stacey, our old lady firearm.
So guess what? Guess what?
Call it however you want.
So
to say.
hold on now, hold on. What happened to the young people who don't subscribe to that? What them are all people too?
Again,
It's not
I don't
an
know
age
where you
thing.
come with me lumping all the young people. I have two beautiful young
But
children.
people keep
I'm
saying-
a yard. I don't even know if them know what Molly look like.
That's why I'm saying it's not an
I
age
am
thing.
not lumping thing.
That's what I'm
You're
saying.
not that young, sweetie.
That's what I'm saying, Stacey. It is not an age thing. People keep saying young and old. It's not an age thing.
Okay.
It's just a choice thing.
No,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
We all can agree that music affects people. Like you see young children singing songs.
Absolutely.
So it affects them, right?
Right.
We're not disputing that.
I don't know why. I don't even know how that argument ever came up that music no affect. Don't you can't blame it on. And I'm not saying you can't. You cannot wholly blame anything on the music. Come on,
you can't.
You gotta blame it on the politics, on the parenting, and the socialization. It's a gamut of things. But why did we ever think we could take off responsibility from the music? Why? Music is there to put you in a frame of mind. I mean, different frame of mind. So, of course, which is why when an artist said that them not have no responsibility and them not raise your picnic, of course they're not solely, but they do have some shred of responsibility.
Yeah.
When them open their mouth, it's going to send a message.
Yeah, I'm gonna say more so the words than the rhythm or whatever, because the rhythm might be the rhythm of the day, which is not their responsibility. Is what's trending. The words, I believe, is definitely their choice. You know, because when you think of the rhythm of something, if somebody don't know that this is gonna affect you in a psychological way, them just going with the trend. These young youth don't know that.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I love some of the beats and stuff.
Yeah,
I
the
love
beats
it. I
are
be like,
wicked.
oh, okay.
It give you that vibe and that excitement.
I'm not gonna lie.
Valiant tune is
Yes.
proof of that. This song,
Exactly.
the melody, the tune, bad.
Listen.
Rhythm, the
By the way, girl,
lyrically is
Me did
not my
jump.
cup of tea.
did you hear me last night? Me did jump on the Valiant.
I heard- yeah, me
jump
say
on the
you fully
movement.
done.
Sure,
Fully
you're
done.
done, so
You're fully done.
Wait, no.
My girl is done.
Wait a minute. Me did.
She did done.
Oh no, you pull
Don't
back.
back.
Because I saw again words. Because I just read through the words and I hear the video.
words, really.
But when I saw is one word in there that changed the context.
Okay.
Mr. Client, you know.
It's
What kind of
drama
drama
song.
is that?
That me I said too.
But I never heard it before.
When I was listening, I was like,
Simeon-
Sherry, so she a big up skin.
Yes.
So listen-
That's why I was like, fire. I mean one. I don't even know
saw
if
you.
Chin had the. I think it was me one. Like
I
he
said,
not
yo,
get on the bus.
I said,
Because guess what?
Sherry fully
He don't know. He
She
don't
fully
know.
done.
He
She
don't know the
fully
words
done.
either. So this is me quickly
I
reading.
was like, what?
When I saw that, I said, okay, tomorrow Mega coming up here. Be a chopper music, because Sherry fully done. She fully done snow.
Good morning, Carla.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing good. These young people know exactly what they're doing.
Yes.
They know exactly what they're doing. I'm not giving them no pass. They just don't want to assume the responsibility of the platform that they have. Because
Okay.
the bottom line is they're saying we don't care what happens as long as we
make the money. I hear you, brother.
That's why they look, the young people right now in Jamaica, I'm talking about Jamaica specifically.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be wholly detrimental for everybody in Jamaica. Because
Preach it, brother.
these don't care attitude we have. We gonna do what we want to do.
Don't care.
We don't care.
Mm.
We don't care about the consequences that's gonna come 10, 15 years from now.
Thank you, brethren. I love.
I can't tell them anything because I got a whole lot of young, nieces and nephews. I have some good ones, and I have some, and the bottom line is they come from good parenting. But some of these
Yeah.
parents, you can't tell them anything because they're the fathers.
You hear what you said?
We can do what we want to do, and you live your life. We're going to live our life.
They come
Well
from
said.
good parenting. But once you
got
normalize things,
Caller,
guess
call me
what?
back. Call back.
You said they know the young people them know what the young you see me young people them know what them are do. But once you start to normalize it and the moral shift is there, then 15 years from now, what you mean me do something bad? That's not bad.
It's normal.
It's normal. I'm not doing anything
everyday
bad
life.
because
Who's-
you shift the moral thought.
Whose responsibility is it for guide them. Do you think that we've lost? You think that we've lost the game? You think we lost? We lose?
I believe what we did, we compromised too much with wrong behavior.
Mm.
For them to accept certain things, and now it caused an issue in society.
Right.
Because we start saying, okay, in order for them to like us or whatever,
Or express
we say,
themselves and all these things. Yeah.
yes, and it's part of the American culture that infiltrates into Jamaica, and then we accept it.
I agree.
I don't call right or wrong, and then we start reaping the benefits.
Wow. Boy, that's powerful.
With me, my family, we got some standard, and if they come with the pants hanging down, no, fix yourself up. How come when you leave and do whatever?
In the family, for real. I love it.
I say, look, you're carrying the name. If you're carrying the name while you're around, you're going to carry it the right way. And that's the bottom line.
Thank you. Thank you so very much for sharing that.
Where the village was involved. Now, the village is not involved because don't talk to my picnic. So
But you can't even talk to those kids.
We
them
defend
real up on you too.
We're
Does that
so
stop us?
incensed to defend the bad behavior that our children, portray. That you go there and drip up the teacher instead of defending the teacher.
Yeah.
Or trying to figure out what happened. Because sometimes the kids are wrong.
Right,
They're wrong.
and sometimes the teachers
And
are wrong.
sometimes the
I'm not
teachers are
trying
wrong.
to say that, but what I'm saying is, what we do not, we don't allow the village to participate in the raising of children anymore.
Mucky T has a great idea. I will go look at the video.
Oh, valiant!
Yeah, last night I was trying to read the words of the song Fully Dance during the show. I'd never listened to it before, but
Dunce
just
check.
hear about it.
It's called Dunce Check.
Dunce check.
Yeah.
So I was reading it, and to me, guess what? I looked at it and this is the thing, with interpretation. Guess how me I interpret it now?
Listen, Sherry, I caught a piece of it, and when you were explaining, I was like,
Listen, hey.
and it says Sherry
the
said,
cover it to
Sherry
the-
said, "Man, the man he's innovative.
He's innovative.
I was like, really, Sherry? The man not talk about scamming, but he's innovative.
But here's
Okay.
the thing, though. You see them young people there who can do that. If we could ever just redirect all of that capabilities that they have, do you know how we could listen? Hey,
And there was a caller that called and was trying to tell you it was a scamming song, but you never try and listen. You said, no, man,
I
fully
was
done.
standing on the
Me
island
fully
by
done.
myself.
Me ready, me
And
fully done.
my point with this is, I'm not saying that hustle is bad and that you must
No.
go out there and make your money.
No.
But when we set this narrative that, wait a minute, you do understand, people, you do understand that everybody money can't up, so overnight. Everybody, we need lawyers, we need doctors, we
Caller,
need
please hold.
janitors, we need landscaper,
Engineers,
we need
architectural
engineer,
we need all of
need
them.
all levels,
But
All of you, them can't strive to be scamming.
yeah,
Scammers.
say
Like,
everybody,
come on.
everybody can't just learn to make money up. So somebody have to go to school and learn
And
physics,
learn.
yeah,
and
but when you
chemistry
do
and those things.
but when you do those things, you do make money too.
Of course you
Of
do.
course, in the
However,
long
some
run,
of those
it's a
things
facing.
do need an educational path. Some things do require you to go to a PhD. Our world
And
will
guess
fall
what?
apart if we do not have
And guess what?
all levels.
You're always going to have somebody who has a burning desire to do something. Not everybody is going to be apt to do scamming. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying scamming is a thing, but I'm just saying, even if they go that route, it's not everybody going to go that route. You're going to have the people who want to do other things too.
Right, it's what we choose to normalize. It's what we choose to normalize.
We ain't nobody normalizing that.
Good
I
morning.
don't think so. Because even the people who are big up this song, them not normalize scanning. They're not trying to normalize it.
You think so?
Me see a whole heap of people, professional career people out there who are saying, yeah man, me fully done. Ray. They're because of the hype of the song
hype.
or whatever it is that appeals to them. But they're not gonna go out there and scam.
Yeah, not true, because you know better.
That's what I'm saying. You're
Okay.
always gonna have different people. Even
Okay.
if them like the song, it don't means them not gonna
Again,
do it.
When you're molding minds, because I am of that demographic, I am fully educated. I can come up here and say a 10-syllable word, and in the same sense, me saying, something don't care. But I can do
Right.
that. However, somebody else because we're talking about molding minds,
Mhm.
right?
Right, but
And
that's not but that's not where you started from.
what
You're
I'm-
saying everybody is gonna want to do this worry, but
No,
you're
no, no,
gonna
I'm
have
not
the
saying
different
everybody.
people who have a
We're
different
talking about
mindset.
how things affect people and how we normalize things.
All right,
Good morning, caller.
welcome, caller.
Hey, good morning. Good morning, ladies.
Yes, how are you?
I'm good, good. It was kind of funny last night. I was laughing when I heard you say, kind of,
You're fully
kind of
done.
Listen, never hear the song before. I was reading, and it's just one thing changed my mind. Me still halfway there, you know.
You're still,
Yes, if I
you're
find
never
out,
done.
hold on, listen to what I'm saying. Just let me rationalize.
Money
Let me
and love
rationalize. Let me rationalize. If the man say he's money are the subject, right? And learning money is something that I advocate all the time. I say to people, learn about investment, learn about how to spend money, save money, invest money. This is what I advocate. All right. So if money is your subject, this is what you're gonna learn. It's not just for scam money. So when I saw that, of course, interpretation is based on your point of view. This is my life, and this is what I teach people. But I say motivation and everything else that's positive, right? Wrap up in that. I also know that, and we talked about this yesterday morning, that there is a problem with the education system because they teach us, they educate us to be followers, not leaders. They educate us to be workers, not entrepreneurs. So there is some good in if you take. You understand? If you take it from that point of view. However, when we see the word client, is this a client from the entrepreneurship, the positive legal, or is it the criminal activity? And when I saw PDF, remember some of know them things, yeah. Me not in that gray in there, you understand? Me see PDF download, me I say, oh, but wait, I go to the internet and get information and blah, blah, blah. Never realizing that could be the PDF of the list of people for scam. That is when I said, boy, say, me have to come off of that truck here. But guess what? With everything, art is up to interpretation.
Absolutely.
And you can always spin something in a different way, but where did he come from with it is what we would have to know. But I could still take it as a positive, and I think a lot of people may take it that way because you interpret what you consume. You can say, oh, I love you to somebody, and it's sexual. But you can say, oh, I love you, and it's agape love to the very same person, depending on where you're coming from.
True.
So that was where I was. So let me put it out there so nobody and I say, Sherry, all up in the fully done foolishness, That's where I was taking it from. But anyways,
Yeah,
your
even the first part of the song where he says, it's taking the account, the soul is not his head, the soul is the client.
Me never know that. Me the think so him head hurt him because him now have no money in him account.
The
I still
skull-
think it's
the-
his head.
No, the skull, he means he put a bounce check in the person who's trying to scam the account, and now they're mad because soul is another name for the client. That's the way they have it.
Oh, that's another interpretation. See? But we're all open to our own interpretations, and then it would be good to hear what Valiant intent was. Wouldn't that be good? I think
Yeah,
he spoke about it, we can find something on it, but we will definitely.
Yeah, he even has another song where he's saying Buck and Soul from North Carolina. So that
Mm,
means Soul is from North Carolina.
that's the client. Oh, look on that now.
So if you listen to more of his songs,
Yeah,
you'll find out
get the interpretations.
interpretation. Yeah.
All right, thank you so very much for educating me on the scamming. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pay some bills right. Keep it locked to Soundchat Radio.
Check